Today I'll be showing you how to make a woolly bugger. This is the only fly you will ever need. Like, this fly is a necessity in every tackle box, every fly fishing kit. This fly is a necessity. For this, I'm telling you, like, this is the only fly you'll ever use. Once you figure out how to tie it, game changing. Put your hook in here, and you're gonna need your black string. Then you just wrap it around like so, going forwards first, and we're gonna end at the bend of the hook. So I'm just working my way down the hook, all the way to the back of the hook. And try to cover the hook entirely, so give a better hold for anything that you're putting on top of it. See, I'm just working my way down to the back. And once we're at the back, all we're gonna do is hold it there. So as you can see, it's tied up there like that. Now what you're gonna wanna do is, it's gonna take your marabou. So what you wanna do is take your marabou feathers. I only got pink, I think. I got pink and blue. So I'm gonna make a blue woolly bugger. So normally you do this with black, but I don't have black marabou on me right now. Hold up. Maybe all I have is pink marabou on me. Yeah, I think I only have pink, so I guess we're going for a pinky kind of one. So what you're gonna want to do is you take your marabou feather, right? You got it like this. Take it, and you're gonna want to attach it like so. Twist it right here. Fold all the feathers back. Twist it about so you got about that much fluff going. Put it on your fly and attach it. Make sure it stays on top. This part can be a little bit tricky sometimes, but you just do this, twist it a bunch, and you're gonna attach it to your fly like so. Make sure it's attached nice and secure. Now for the normal woolly bugger, you would make this black, but since I don't have any black, I'm using pink, so you can make the woolly bugger in any colors, anything you want. So now that we got that, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna trim this off. You're gonna take it and trim it from right where, like so. And now you're just gonna take your line and tie all this marabou to your hook, like so, like none of it's showing. So just wrap it as many times as you need. And guys, like once you've made this hook, this fly and used it, you'll see what I mean. This is the only fly you will ever need. Then you just wrap it. Make sure none of this pink is showing. Try to cover it all the pink as best as you can. Now, once you've done that, so it's pretty covered for now, it's okay. So you got this right at the back. Now, what you're gonna wanna do is take your yarn. I'm gonna use black because I actually have black of this, and you're gonna measure it. So it's about that, so we're gonna trim it about here. So that you've got something like so. It's about that long. And now all we're gonna do is we're just going to attach it to our hook. Try to go right back to the feathers when you attach this. And now just keep wrapping to securely hold it in place. Now you can just let that dangle. Now what we're gonna do is we are gonna take I'm gonna take my Guinea fowl feathers here. You could use any kind of feathers you want, doesn't matter that much, I don't think. Just don't use marabou, because marabou doesn't have the type of feather part that we're looking for right here. For this, we're looking for, here, I'll show you. We want our feather to have this part here, like this. We want it to have that. But this feather isn't long enough, so I thought it was long enough, so instead we are going to be using we're going to use this. See how that works. No, we're not going to use that. We're going to, now you can take, if you're trying to go for different colors, you can look at your feathers and apply it to and see how it looks. But I think I'm just going to go with orange here. If I can find an orange feather that still has its tail on it. There we go. That doesn't look to be long enough. There we go. So you see how this feather's got the long end part? You want to take it here, right before the marabou part, pinch it back, and trim it right there, like so. So now you're left with this. Now what you're going to want to do now is you're going to want to pinch the tip, and then just pinch the tip, like so, and just take your fingers and just bend it all backwards so it's all sticking out. Down here's a little bit tricky, so you might have to run it back and forth a few times, and so until you got something like that. Now once you got that, you're gonna pitch the tip, and you're gonna put it on you're gonna apply it to the hook, like so. You're not gonna want any of this showing, so you're gonna try your best to cover this up as best as you possibly can. Like so. And run it backwards. So you got something like this. Now you're gonna go back, right back to the black yarn we've got. So like that. Now you're gonna bend that down. So you've got something like this. You got the marabou in the back, you got your yarn, and you got this feather. Now you're gonna take your black yarn and you're just gonna wrap it securely around the whole thing. You might have to go back and forth a little bit. But once you've got that, like so. My piece might be a little bit short, so you might want to cut a little bit more. But now you're just gonna take your black yarn and securely attach it to the head of the fly. Like so. Then you're gonna trim this part off, like so. Now you got your marabou, you got your feather, and you got your wool attached. Now we're gonna take our feather and we're just going to wrap it around do it like twice at the back to get it started. And then just slowly work your way forwards. And it should make a sticking out pattern. And once you get to the head, securely attach it. Like so. Once that's securely attached, you take your snippers, or your scissors, or whatever you're using, and you trim off all those feathers there. Trim off these. Trim off some of these. So you should have something that looks a lot like this. And then you just do this. Make sure it's all securely attached. Take your line, snip, and then you take your, make sure it's still tightly there. You take your line, do a little loop, put the tip of the line back through. Like so. Okay, this isn't working. Okay, I'm gonna go the other direction because I can't seem to get this to work. There we go, I got it. Put it around the head. And then you just cinch it tight. You're gonna wanna do that more than once. I'm just gonna do it once because I'm taking this fly apart after. And then you can just snip the line, apply your cement. There you go, you've got it. A woolly bugger, but you're gonna want it to be all black. So black or purple, but that's pretty much just what you do to get it to work. Like that. Now you've got a woolly bugger ready for use. I might say just use a little bit less of this, but this is fine. Doesn't really matter, but I'm telling you, once you use this fly, you're never going to want to change. This fly works for everything. And I mean everything. Bass, trout, salmon, pike, everything. It's just got that aggression of the fluffing tail with the caterpillar look of the spines. In my opinion, it looks like a caterpillar. But after you've used this, I'm telling you, you'll never change. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.